Jack Track Trivia, powered by Net Performance. Now, ladies and gentlemen, your host, Jack Bernicle.
Isle of Man TT edition.
I've done my homework.
I bet you. I bet
just
there's
about
a
to be
question.
found
If this was mine, I'd probably have in a little question about who was the first man to win a world championship and a TT for MV Augusta.
Cecil Sandiford.
You knew.
Clearly.
Hey.
Tell you, I've done my homework.
Except his name was Cecil Sandford. He was a very lovely English chap. Well, he won the 125.
Friend of the famous Cecil Sandiford. No, I didn't know that, by the way.
He won 125 World Championship and the 125 TT on the MV Augusta in 1952. However, question one here is nothing to do with that at all. In view of the fact that you're about to abscond to the island for over a fortnight,
Yep.
we thought we'd
Test
just
me.
test you. What is the full length of the Isle of Man TT mountain course?
37 3/4.
Very good, 37.73. So very, very
Yeah,
good.
but I did a couple of...
Okay,
I was pissed.
okay.
Right, so I did a bit longer.
Who holds the current outlap record for the TT?
Peter Hickman.
At
1:36.28.
Oh, very good. 0.358. Very close.
Right, okay. Yeah.
Question 3. In what year was the first Isle of Man TT race held?
On the mountain course or on any course? Because it started off
On any course.
On any course, 07.
Very good.
Yeah.
1907, that would be.
1907, yes, and it was on what's called the St John's course. Used some of the normal. You came at Ballacrane from the other way and turned left instead of right, and then followed what is now still the course until you got to Douglas Bend going into Cape Michael, and you turned left on at the course road, off what is now the course onto the rest of the Clips course.
Very impressive.
Yes.
Very impressive, young man. Question 4. How many TT wins did the late, great Joey Dunlop achieve in total?
26.
Correct. Question 5. The iconic pub Cregney Bar is located on the mountain road section of the course. What does the name translate into? This is interesting because I never knew this, and it'll probably be quite handy for you to know as well, although it makes no sense to me.
Do you know what? It translates into, I'm taking a complete stab. That's my sheep.
And oddly enough, you're kind of not far off. It's a Rock of the Cows.
Rock of the Cows.
Why? I don't know why cows should bar, but there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Question 6. Which manufacturer has won the most TT races overall? Actually, the answer to this is more obvious than I thought, I have to say.
Got to be Honda.
Yeah, it is.
Used to be Yamaha for a long time until the mid-'80s, because Yamaha, big classes, not as many Yamaha, but because Yamaha ran 250s, 350s and won everything.
Yes.
For a lot of years, it was always Yamaha. Before that, Norton, actually. But
Michael Dunlop, of whom we mentioned previously, was the youngest rider ever to win a TT race. I didn't know that. How old was he?
It was, I'm sure it was 09. It was a super sport race, and I think he was, I'm going to say 20.
Yes. That's.
I was stood there watching it. Sketchy conditions, and if you needed to know what a pair of nuts looks like, he had them that day. Flipping heck. He set off. Not a lot of the others didn't, and I mean people like Hutchie and John McGuinness. And fair play to them. You make your own decisions on what you think is acceptable in terms of risk. And typical at that time, Michael, and probably still would be, it's sketchy, wet, we did race in the wet anyway, but they don't, bear in mind, you can't run wets anymore because of the high speeds, and he just set off, just visor down, off he went, and just cleared off. Yeah, good win.
I think that's brilliant that you could answer all 3 segments of that so accurately. Question 8. Who was the first rider to lap even I know this. Who was the first rider to lap the TT course at over 130 miles per hour?
John McGuinness. and it was it was 07. I think it was
Very
I think it
good.
100th anniversary.
Yeah, very good. Question 9. Yeah, that's good, wasn't it? It was 100th anniversary. I didn't realise that. What was the name of the first woman to compete in a TT race for solo motorcycles in 1962?
I know.
I've never heard of this lady.
No, I won't. I'm not going to get it. Not going to get it.
She was called Beryl Swain.
Yeah.
Question 10. What is the name of the highest point on the TT course? And for a bonus point, how many feet stroke meters is it above sea level?
I reckon I think it's called, it's either Halewood's Height now, or they've changed the name. I think it's Brandywell.
Very good. Have you any idea of the elevation?
Not as high as you think. I reckon that's going to be about...
It's higher than Rosebery Topping on the North Yorks Moors, which is the significant profile on the North Yorks Moors.
2,000 feet.
No. Not that high. It's surprisingly low, I guess. 1,385 feet, 422 metres above sea level.
Yeah.
Well
I'm
done,
happy with
James.
that.
I didn't.
8 out of 10.
You got some pretty good scores there, mate.